Okay, in this video, we're going to start with Chapter 5, Relationships Within Triangles. And our first problems are going to deal with the 5.1 mid-segment theorem. And we're going to do problems 1 to 3 on this page. Okay, so problem number 1, it states that E, D, and F are midpoints. So what I would do if I was you is start decorating your diagram. So what do we know? We know that if those are midpoints, then this equals this equals this, and this equals this. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now let's read the problem. It says if ED is 10, okay, so make ED 10, then AC is what? Well, you know what else I know about ED? I know it's also 3 hash marks. So that means that from A to F right here, that's 10, and from F to C, that's 10. So if I want to know what AC is, I have to add the 10 plus the 10, and I get a value of 20. Okay, next thing says DF is parallel to what? So DF, look where that is. So this guy is parallel to what? Well, it's parallel to this whole line. So I can say really 3 things. I can say it's parallel to AB, which is that whole line. I can say it's parallel to AE, which is a part of that whole line. And I can say it's parallel to EB. So any 3 answers would work fine. Okay, next thing. They talk about BC. So BC, let me change my color. BC is over here. And if this whole thing is 12, then I know that each piece is 6. And they're asking about EF. And EF is parallel to that, so it's also 6. So it's also 1 hashtag. So those 3 pieces are all 6. So therefore EF is 6. And we're done with that question. Okay, go on to the next question. And it says use perpendicular bisectors. GL is the perpendicular bisector of HI. So if GL is the perpendicular bisector of HI, I can put a little box right here. And I know that's 90 degrees. I also know that perpendicular bisectors do 2 things. They're perpendicular and they bisect. So these 2 pieces are equal. I also know that if you have a perpendicular bisector, these pieces become equal. Okay, so you have an isosceles triangle. So what segments are equal? So I can give 2 sets of answers. I can say GH equals GI, and I can also say HL equals LI. Okay, all those things happen. Okay, what's the value of X? So I can do this a couple of ways. I'm going to set 20 equal to 7x minus 15. So 20 equals 7x minus 15. Add 15 to both sides. I get 35 equals 7x. Divide by 7, divide by 7. And I get 5 equals x. So that's the value of x. Then they want to know what HG is. Well, HG is this line right here. Well, it's equal to this line right here. And that line has an expression. So to find HG, to find the length of HG, I'm going to use GI. And I'm going to plug in my x value of 5. So 6 times 5 minus 5 will equal HG's length. 6 times 5 is 30. 30 minus 5 equals HG. 30 minus 5 is 25, and that is what HG is. So I'm going to fill this in, HG. Okay, next one, 5.3. So we're going to look at this, and it says point N is the in-center. Okay, so I have to remember this. So that means that I have a series of angle bisectors. That's the in-center, so look what's going to happen. This is going to equal this. This will equal this, and this will equal this. And more things happen. From the incenter to the opposite side forms a right angle, all 3 times. And one more thing's going to happen. This will equal this, will equal this. Okay, so it says what kind of angles are formed at JKL? And the answer is right angles. What's happening to the vertex at HM and I? So the vertex, the angles are bisected. So I'll say angles are bisected, which bisected is cut into 2 equal pieces. Next, if NL is 5, okay, so NL is 5, so that means JN is 5, and that also means NK is 5. And NI, they tell me, is 13. NI is right here, so this is 13. Using find LI, which is here, so I'm going to make that into X, using Pythagorean theorem. Well, Pythagorean theorem, this is the theorem, but remember what it really says to us is that the hypotenuse squared equals leg 1 squared plus leg 2 squared. 13 squared is 169. 5 squared is 25. I'm looking for the x. Subtract 25 from both sides, and you get 144 equals x squared. X equals the square root of 144. That's a perfect square, so x equals 12. So finding Li, I said that Li equals 12. So this equals 12. If NL is 5, what are NJ and NK? Well, I already labeled that. They are both 5. Okay? All right, let's stop there for this video.